some problems, it's just talks in your head, yeah? Maybe not today, maybe we will do a little bit less, and then we're like, okay, we have to work.
It's not people, man, why are you always working out? Stop looking at it that way. This is the foundation of life. Life's about self-discipline. It is about self-discipline. We tend to do the things that are easy. And that is, it builds no mental toughness, it builds no mental hardening, it builds nothing.
Sometimes people don't know that they're battling adversity. They're like, this fucking sucks. Like, no, you're battling adversity. You're getting through something that's hard, and it's supposed to be hard. Anything that's gonna make you feel good, it's going to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You have to go through adversity in order to become stronger.
When you're trying to do something hard, what your brain does is give you something else hard to do that's not quite as hard, so that you can feel justified in not doing the thing you're supposed to because you're doing something else useful. And if you give in to that temptation, which you often will, then it wins, and because it wins, it gets a little dopamine kick and it grows stronger.
And it takes a certain amount of discipline to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done.
Send me a message like location, I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me where.
My name is Conor McGregor. I'm a professional MMA fighter. My dream is to be world lightweight champion in the UFC, have more money than I know what to do with, and have a great life for my kids, my grandkids, everyone in my family, everyone that's come up with me. That's my dream. My dream is to be #1.
And I just want to tell you guys, it's good to have a vision, but don't be so fucking self-absorbed that you forget. And the shit that really matters is building memories and connections that last a lifetime, right? Because muscle will not always be there. It will not last a lifetime. You'll get injured. You'll fall out of the gym. And of course, you can get right back in it. Of course, you can work out the rest of your life, but shit will fucking happen.
I was supposed to be a top 14 pick. My behavior got me in the second round. My work ethic got me started. My work ethic got me most improved. My work ethic got me on the field. You my work ethic out. What are you talking about?
People lose. Everyone loses. We lose in fights. We lose in life.
Our family was homeless, and I remember that situation.
You just gotta weather it and keep on walking and don't flinch. Don't let them know they got you. Don't let them know they got you. You just got to keep on going. No matter what the day is, no matter what the move is, keep going. God gave us everything to point forward, to go forward. And what we do is at a standstill.
At what point did you go, I don't need anyone. I can do what I want and go.
Every day, there's a small group of people that I give a shit about. Them, their opinions, and everything else. And anybody who knows me, knows me. Outside of that, who gives a fuck? Fuck them. Right?
Are you afraid with Aldo?
What?
Are you afraid with Aldo?
Afraid with Aldo? I fear no, man. I've said this before. If you breathe oxygen, it's fair game. I will come and take you out. I don't fear nothing.
I see the guys like knock him out, thinking if that guy did that, why I'm not then do it? I'm like mentally, I'm stronger than him. My body is bigger than him. I was feeling if at that time just meet him outside, I can broke him. You know? If he makes that money, why not me?
It's so obvious when someone is overtraining, anyone can see it. You don't have to be a genius. And so it's the same thing with like life. If you start going backwards in life, you're probably trying to take on too much stuff and you could use a breather. So take a breather.
Some of that though, there's some comments that say, you know, this is terrible advice. Rest and recovery is the most important thing.
Oh my God. Block. Delete. You ain't on my shit, son. You're not gonna last. Not on my site.
Yeah.
I wanna hear that shit.
There's a lot of people looking for built-in excuses.
They are, man. And I was like, I don't care if I lose everything. I don't care what happens. Nothing really is ours anyway in life. We only borrow it until we die, and it all goes.
Yeah.
The only thing we truly own in this life is moments in time.
This year, not later, not when you grow up, this year. That's the responsibility of an athlete.
1,000 shots in a year, 2.52 million shots in his 15-year NBA career, so he can make 3,600 shots. Not even 1/10%. I tell people, you get rewarded in public for what you practice in private.
Self-limiting beliefs and listening to people whose opinions actually don't matter are the biggest hindrances to reaching your full potential and dreams, because a confident person can be unstoppable.
And so how do you silence the noise? You silence the noise by accepting what reality is. It has nothing to do with those people. It has everything to do with your actions. And if you're smart, you will take that negativity and you will draw the energy out of it, and you will let that propel you with productive action.
Most people who are failing are trying their fucking ass off. Most people who are failing are being criticized by people who haven't attempted what you're even trying to fail at. I did 2,500 pull-ups my first time going for the record. See, people were criticizing me.
People sitting there eating chips on the couch.
Can't even fucking do a pull-up. Exactly. Look at your audience who's criticizing you, first of all. They're not even in your fucking world.
Everything that you're worried about is going to be gone like that. The people that are criticizing you, they're going to be gone, you're going to be gone.
Bitch, you don't fucking know me. You see a 1 minute fucking video about me. You know how hard I train, how I live, the fucking dedication I put to my fucking life. So why do you troll? Maybe it's a fat motherfucker at home, laced, with no discipline or dedication.
Find the others. Admit it. You aren't like them. You're not even close. You may occasionally dress yourself up as one of them, watch the same mindless television shows as they do, maybe even eat the same fast food sometimes. But it seems that the more you try to fit in, the more you feel like an outsider. Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else.
I never think about somebody can make me scared in the fight. When I see somebody can make me just excited to fight him, but make scared, that's not a big thing. Like that, fighting all my life, I will be die anyway, but better to do something before. So I'm happy to do something, you know.
Hey, you gotta just ask yourself, hey, what make you different? Why should the universe pay you the blessing that you asked for? Why should God reward you for the car that you asked for? You're like, why? What are you doing that's any different? I said it before. You can't do ordinary work expecting extraordinary results. It don't go hand in hand, dog.
They would cheer Roger all the time, basically. And I managed to convince myself, especially in the second part of the match, that they were cheering Nolan or Novak. That's what I was hearing. And then my mind was playing games, but I wasn't allowing it to play games with me. That basically was like, what are you talking about? I mean, they're saying Roger, they're saying Novak, but I was like, no, they're saying Novak. So I was using that as my own force and my own fuel.
When fans boo, I absolutely love it. I thrive on it. They don't understand who I am. Not only am I comfortable being an outsider, that has become a source of motivation for me. So when I go to these places and you boo, it actually comforts me. Yeah.
Good. And you will live exactly the way you live now, questioning who you are, wondering what is possible, wondering what you are capable of doing. What kept me going was I saw a video of 18 men graduating from Navy SEALs training. And all I thought about was, what if my black ass can be up there on that fucking stage one day?
You can't expect everyone to see your vision as clear as you do. That will never happen. So we gotta accept that. I accepted it, but we're gonna put in even more work.
I hate losing. I think we respect losing because losing is a part of winning. You never just win. You got to lose to win. How can I do things different? How can I change? Before you can look at someone else, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, because that's how things get started. And you got to be willing to change.
The idea of like, man, I wish I should have done this. That's a little different, you know, because it's not, you'll never know. It's just in your mind.
You didn't even give up. Like, what is that? If you give up, you certified a loser. If you try, you at least win in your book.
Kobe Bryant was not interested in winning championships. He was obsessed. And obsession comes in the small details that nobody pays attention to.
See, realize 32 is not old for men that don't take a punishment. Sugar Ray was blasting at 32. Sugar Ray wasn't going nowhere at 32, looking good. Archie Moore was cruising at 32. Walcott won his title at 37. I'm great like them, I'm greater.
Kobe was, before the game, he was shooting free throws, and he was like, something isn't right. So he called one of the maintenance guys over. He goes, are you sure this basket is right? And then the guy said, yeah. He goes, well, I want you to check it for you. He measured it. It was 1/8 of an inch off. When you're that obsessed, when you're paying that much attention to the details, and I have a saying, interested people watch obsessed people change the world.
I live and breathe this shit, bro.
Like, I have nothing else but, like, you know, at this point in my life, I got a lot of shit going on outside of basketball, but what I mainly focus on is ball, bro. So, like, yeah, I got motivation. I love to play.
Most people think, oh man, like your mom and dad, you know, you need to believe in yourself. That's not the belief I'm fucking talking about. It's the belief that you harness through hard work and dedication. And it's something that you know what you are capable of because you've gone there several times in those dark times.
99 to 05, 99 to 06, basically straight without missing a single day, 365 days a year. During that time, we were averaging about 10 workouts a week, 7 days a week. And we would go from 5 to 7, 9 to 11, and 3 to 5, all in the pool, and then have a weight session afterwards. So we're having 4 workouts a day.
And the victim mentality is heinous simply because you never run out of valid excuses as a victim. I'm black, I'm poor, I grew up in this, my father was abusive, he beat my mother, and I had, the table was always full of excuses. But the moment you take responsibility, you have to get rid of every excuse.
Being violent is allowing yourself to let it go, to let yourself completely go. Like, full violence is like allowing and accepting yourself to be you during a situation where you really need to defend, need to be chaotic. And a true person is going to allow yourself to be able to control it. And that's full violence.
What God gives, God can take away in the flash of a second. It can all be turned upside down, and I've experienced it. And I believe sometimes in life when everything's going great for you and you don't know good from bad, you need to experience a little rain sometimes so you can enjoy the sunshine again. And now I'm happy for the small things in life.
I totally will lose my mind after bad performance. I totally freak.
So do I.
Totally freak. Let me see, it haunts me. It haunts me. Totally freak. A win is a win, but I fight for perfection.
Do you achieve it?
Huh? Nah, no one does. But we aim for it.
If you want to be a winner, you've got to think like a winner all the time. Did you know that your ability to achieve success on the outside is directly proportional to the way you think successfully on the inside? The great discovery is that you become what you think about most of the time. The great question is, what do you think about most of the time?
Trust in the process of being uncomfortable in practice. That way I could be comfortable in the fight. It's always been hard. I mean, even Goggins, like, that wasn't for practice. It wasn't for the UFC. It wasn't for anything else. It was just about manhood and doing everything else like that. This was about me coming back as a fighter and remembering who the fuck I am.
Most people, they go out and they run. And they go out and do, and they're like, oh, this is beautiful. Look at the fucking mountains and the shit and all this bullshit. Nah, I don't like it. My body hurts. I'm hurting. How do we get through this? I study the darkness. You find no fucking answers in the light.
Miz always said, never mind who he fought. He ain't fought you yet. Because when I was coming up, a lot of people will always say, oh man, you fighting this guy or you fighting this guy. And Miz always would say, he'll be like, lottie-dottie, we fight anybody. He ain't fought you yet. Now I go in there with the mindset of, he ain't fought me yet, so I don't care who he fought. I don't care who he beat, he ain't beat me yet.
Michael came to me and he said, I keep having this dream over and over. I swim, I look up at the scoreboard, the clock says 3:07. Well, if you're a swimmer, that's not a time. So I said, okay, that's probably your 300 split and your 400 IM, because if you're gonna do 403, you're gonna be 307 at the 300. And he was like, oh, okay. And he went away. I can tell you that the hair stood up on my neck when I looked at the scoreboard in Beijing at the 300 mark, and it said 307 flat.
I was the second best player in high school, second pick in the NBA draft. I came second in the finals. I'm tired of being second. I'm not going to settle for that. I'm done.
The Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest.
My mom passed away when I was young, so my dad had to raise my sister and I alone. He was a great player. He even tried out for Boston once, but he sacrificed his dream so I could live mine. He's the reason I wear number 11. I want to be the reason no one else will.
Yeah, I said close enough. I wasn't far off. I did say it would be over in 1 round. It was a lot earlier than I did say, but I did predict D's shot because I did say the right hand would get him in trouble. He'd overextend on the right hand. He'd have that force, that power, and I would just whoop and bang. I actually did say I would slip and bang the left hand.
I'm not come from a rich family, no. I always training hard because I know my parents working hard for me. They spend like a lot of money.
Been around some of the richest, most successful, most followed, famous people on the planet since moving to America, and no one really knows what they're doing. It is idiots all the way to the top, and if that doesn't give you some relief to just drop your fucking problems and realize that you'll probably figure it out just the way you always have. You are the sort of person that can deal with change. I don't know what will.
I'm flawed, and I'm actively trying to get better daily. And I fail all the time, and I come up short all the time on even how to communicate. No matter how much coaching I go through and practice and running conversations through my head. All right, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, I wanna hit that point. I'm trying to do my best, you know, and I think the weight to try to live up to everybody's perfect expectation of me has been really, really heavy for a long time.
Pain is part of success. Just convert pain into a positive thing. Success is not coming on a silver platter. You need to work for it. The moment you are working for it, that's how you undergo pain. Yeah. Pain in your body and even pain in your mind thinking. But at the end of it, you'll enjoy.
Normally people say don't do anything with family, but you and Gilly seem to work.
Me and Cuz ain't got no ego. I can check him and it's done right there. He can check me and it's done right there. Because if we wrong, we wrong. If we right, we right. And then we not in competition with each other. We so excited for each other. We always championing each other. When we win, you don't see that. Everybody want to compete with each other when we supposed to eat with each other.
Can't emphasize it enough. Like coming into the gym, having a good workout, making progress, getting to see a pump that you've never seen before. That's the tip of the pyramid, right? And without the support structure and the hours of grinding, then you don't get to enjoy that kind of fun part, right?
The don't worry, be happy people died the earliest from accidents and preventable illnesses. The people who lived the longest, the one theme was they were conscientious. If they said they were going to show up, and they showed up reliably, consistently, they lived longer than everyone else.
Nobody believes in me before, and I showed them what person can accomplish with determination, with that believe in yourself and everything. For me, I always train so hard because in my mind always when I was a kid, I say I want to be a champion, and then I accomplished that. I never doubt about myself.
At the weigh-in, I kind of let the emotions roll because in the fight, I stopped them. I lose my mind up there on that stage. I threw me shorts, I threw me top, I threw me hat. One more throw and it was me jocks coming off, you know what I mean? So it gets me emotional at the weigh-in, and I certainly get fired up at the weigh-ins, but at the fight, I cut it. Now I bring it down. Now I let it go cold.
I was just overthinking a lot, like I was, getting down, but I don't tell nobody, none of that stuff. Like I just, anytime somebody asks me like, are you okay? I always say, I'm good, even if I'm not. Like I'm just kind of used to, getting through stuff on my own. So
as long as your body is healthy, you have thousands of problems. But in the moment your body gets sick, you have one problem.
Got a nephew who just beat cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like my entire family looks at me as the one, the voice, some of us would say. The moment that I realized it was bigger than me, pain, emotions, the things I can't control, it don't matter as much.
First of all, before tackling everything, so how to build up your life and how to whatever do, make sure your body stays healthy. If the body is not healthy, you don't need to worry about anything else. Respect, take care, and love your body. Nourish your body, nourish yourself in such a way that you understand it's something right now very, very precious to have.
I was never that person. Everybody's, oh man, hey, look out in front of you, reach these goals. I've got a vision for where I want this team to go and what I want it to look like. But for myself, I don't ever do that. Like, I'm like, man,
today is today, and just worry about putting your head down and going to work today.
Best quote I've ever heard: consistency doesn't guarantee that you're going to be successful, but not being consistent will guarantee that you won't reach success.
I struggle just like the rest of you guys. I think it's easy to put your phone in your hand and scroll. I think it's easy to do things that are habitual that may not be the best for you. So I would say every day I wake up, not only am I just grateful to God that he woke me up, I start off with that gratitude. I definitely am not always the most disciplined. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely can be better. I'm one of my hardest critics on myself, but I'm learning how to give myself grace.
I guess I would say YOLO. You only live once, you know, and if you just have that mindset when you wake up, you're like, first of all, I woke up again, so everything else is extra credit. The man above has given me another opportunity to breathe life, and let's live to the fullest. Let's make the most out of today. Can't worry about yesterday because it's history and tomorrow's a mystery, so let's live today.
The reason why boxing is my favorite sport is because you can really go in there and show how tough you are, how gangster you are. This is not a sport. I'm trying to knock you out. I'm trying to hurt you as much as possible. I'm going in there, I'm trying to take your head off. You know, I want to be the best without a doubt. I don't know, it's just something about the violence that makes it beautiful.
You have to work every single day. I think that's where your confidence comes from. When nobody's looking, that's the time that really counts. That's the time that really matters. But the finished product is the easy part. The games, like I can literally play in the games in my sleep. The working out at 5, 6 a.m. and then all the practices and all the extra conditioning, like that's the hard part. But when push comes to shove, when I'm in the fourth quarter and it's 2 minutes left to go, I know how much I train. I know how tired I've already made my body. This is nothing.
You put a person who's physically trained in a mentally tough situation and things happen real bad. What that means is, you know, you put a guy in cold water and he's physically trained and he's not mentally trained about all of his insecurities in life and everything else he hasn't dealt with. He's gonna make up a lot of excuses on why he needs to quit something. And he's gonna wonder why, what happened? I trained so hard. But that mental aspect of everything is the most important thing.
I just wanted to enjoy it, you know. A lot of people force their shots, and I honestly believe power is an illusion. It's perception of power is like if it's tense and squeezed, but to me that can be seen a mile away. So I just like to place and just let it go.
We don't have a single metric of humans that we can measure that better predicts how long they will live than how high their VO2 max is. It's not even close, to be completely clear.
If everything isn't going perfect, they're not happy. So this is just how they're wired, and they feel everything needs to be perfect instead of magical. They're always wanting perfection. The other one is a pessimist. The pessimist, no matter what you ever get them, nothing's ever happy. Everything could be going right. Kids are doing good. Family's doing good. Business, career. They're never happy because they're pessimists. It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking.
To paint a bright future for yourself, you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to believe in it. And the more you believe in it, the more your world will start to change, and the more you'll just look at yourself at a high regard and believe in yourself.
I think that there's a perspective to be discussed where some training philosophies, as we might call them, are really just coddling philosophies. What's the biggest deterrent keeping people from working out? Right? What's the biggest thing where people say, "Oh, I'd love to be in shape, but," right? What are the biggest buts?
When your brain truly believes in success, it rewires itself to make it happen. That belief strengthens neural pathways linked to risk-taking, resilience, and strategic execution.
Come on, you ain't hungry no more? Next hunting, I need you to stay focused. Why? You should still be hungry. What have you eaten that's got you satisfied? What have you done? What have you accomplished that got you so full?
But most of us in our day-to-day lives live in the mind. That's why so many people are so angry all the time, because they're always reducing things to, you know, good, bad, right, wrong. And life is much more subtle than that, if we're honest. And when you get into subtleties, you start to enjoy life more and you free yourself.
You always know the leader by the arrows in their back, right? If people aren't talking or judging or thinking, then you're just kind of blending in. You're made to stand out. You're not made to stand in line.
Kobe was a very intelligent guy. He believed in striving to be the best. I hate that we didn't tell him how great he really was. because he strives so hard to be Michael Jordan. And when I go back and I look at his videos and I say to myself, damn, he was better than Michael Jordan.
I love the preparation more so than the competing part. I prepared so much, I knew it was going to happen. You go out there the court, I already know what's going to happen. But I love the grind. I love the feeling of my body changing. I love the feeling of, starting out on the track and being gassed. And by the time season's rolling around, I can run all day, right? I love that process, man.
When people do anything that they, and this is the important part, that they don't want to do.
Right.
It's not about adding more work, it's about adding more work that you don't want to do.
Yes.
This brain area gets bigger.
Yep.
Now here's what's especially interesting about this brain area to me. It's larger in athletes. It's especially large or grows larger in people that see themselves as challenged and overcome some challenge.
Right.
It's not rocket science. The quality that we all share is that we love what we do. We absolutely love it. And it's a pure love. It's not the fame. It's not the money. It's not even the championships. It's loving what we do. And we do it all the time. We study all the time. And as a result, the championships come.
I wake up in the morning, I pray, and I feel thankful about everything that's happening to me, for the opportunity, and I thank the gods before I'm getting the victory. I'm thanking to him like, thank you for the victory.
Every second of every day I was daydreaming, but of course I can go back and think there, I always be there, I show up and work every single day like I'm not in the position I'm in, like I'm not me. So that's the mindset I have, and it's working. If it gives inspiration to young kids and young people or anyone, any walk of life, to go and achieve things that are deemed unthinkable and impossible.
I think the guys who want to kill it in the gym usually translates to the guys who want to kill it outside of the gym as well, because the two things play into each other synergistically. Everything outside of the gym, I think, is what people should really start to lock into, right? The training part isn't necessarily where all the work is done.
If you can attain something, there's something to lose. That's why it's difficult. That's why I stop the moment. I don't know what type of happiness you mean. Being satisfied with where I'm standing, yes. Does it mean that I don't have hard moments? I have hard moments. And that's why for me, like, what is it I ultimately look for? I would call it's just peace.
I'm not a theorist, people. There's a bunch of people who are theorists who go to the library, study the mind. They study it in a book. I studied it by being a practitioner. I put my mind in hell, and I realized how it was thinking. And I figured out tools and tactics on how to get through it. By being in it, not by studying it, by being in it. I started learning how to callous my mind, to callous over my victim's mentality. And that's what I did.
But exactly where you are right now is always going to be there. It's never going to go anywhere. Your hometown's going to be the same. People are going to be doing the same shit around you. But a chance for you to get out of where you're at and step out and take a chance on life, man, it could be the best decision you ever made in your life. But you can't sit down on the fucking what if. Just sit there on your ass and think, damn, that could be me one day, or what would it be like to be there?
I can't sit around. You can't sit around forever and think that it's going to change. The only thing that makes change is change. That's it. Change doesn't just fucking happen. It doesn't just happen.
Please don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it.
You're out there battling, trying to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, and you kind of do it and look around and you go, well, there's other people. I think having friends in other fields is really helpful.
There is just the work, the repetition, the silence, the part where no one claps and nothing happens for a while. And the truth is, most people can't handle that part, so they quit, or they stall, or they start over again and again, just to avoid sitting in it. The time is going to pass either way. So what were you planning on doing instead?
Learn to focus on why. Learn to allow experience to teach you everything it is that you need to know, that you want to know. And the rewards are endless. The rewards are beautiful.